Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Now this is your preview to Chelsea versus Manchester City at Stamford Bridge, which takes place tomorrow at 4:30 PM UK time. This is going to be a very interesting game, very interesting, and our backs are against the wall for this one. We unfortunately have to win. It's as simple as that. We ain't got an option. You look in hindsight, Chelsea versus Manchester City, you get a draw, you'll be happy with that. But right now, based on our form and the fact we've only won one in the last 5, we got 4 points out of 15, we can't lose tomorrow. It's as simple as that. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't believe we can draw either. We need to win. Right now, the way that it's in the Premier League table, Manchester City have 2 games in hand. If they win those 2 games in hand, they will jump into 3rd, 1 point behind Liverpool and Manchester United. Whereas with us, we are currently 6th on 26 points. If we win, that helps us. We jump back into the top 4. Bearing in mind, we would have played one more game than a couple of others. But if we lose, oh my god, we could drop into 9th. Like, we gotta win. We gotta win. Now, before we get into the nitty gritty and what I think Lamps is going to do tomorrow, as well as the team news, as well as what I would do, I'm going to ask you guys, if you are new, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded, and be sure to be here for the watch along tomorrow, Chelsea versus Manchester City. I will be doing a watch along, so come along and watch the game with me. That's going to be a very interesting one. And then I'll give you the match review after the game is said and done as well. Now, let's get into team news. Team news for Chelsea, we've got Reece James, who is out. He will not be featuring. He's got a slight hamstring issue, whereas Hakim Ziyech is back. Now, is he in a capacity to start the game? Frank Lampard says he's unsure, which doesn't surprise me, and I don't think Ziyech will start. But as far as I'm concerned, at this point in time, if he's been training and he's match fit, for me he starts. But again, the doctors will know, Lamps will know, and I just feel like, you know, we need Ziyech back. We've become too heavily reliant on him. He offers the one bit of creativity the team is desperately asking for. So Ziyech, I can't wait for him to be back. Anyway, we'll see what happens tomorrow when the lineup is released, but I'll tell you what I will do, and I'll tell you what I think Lampard's going to do very shortly. Now, Manchester City have 5 players out because of positive testing, and 2 of those we know are Kyle Walker and Gabriel Jesus. We know player number 3 is Ederson. Their goalkeeper will not be featuring tomorrow, which is more of a reason for us to go and get 3 points. I mean, surely, come on. They're going to be playing their backup keeper. I mean, who is Manchester City's backup keeper? Don't tell me it's still Claudio Bravo. Surely not. I need to look into that one. But in terms of the couple of other names that we're not so sure about, it's rumoured to be John Stones and Ferran Torres. Now, John Stones, central defender, big one. There's also another name popping about that it could be Diaz. So one of them definitely is going to feature, one of them isn't. You know, we don't know who it is. We'll wait and see when the lineups are released. But those are the rumours. So we've got a big opportunity here. We've got a big opportunity to go against Manchester City when they are 5 men down and win at Stamford Bridge. Win at home. Do you know what I mean? We done it last season. We managed to beat City. There's no reason why we shouldn't be beating City this time round. Now, Manchester City are going to come with a top team, regardless. You know, Sterling will still be there. Mahrez will still be there. Aguero will probably come in and fill in because Gabriel Jesus is injured and Aguero has only returned from injury. Maybe he's going to be fit and ready to start the game. Who knows? So we will be facing a very tough Manchester City team and we have to be cautious. I think Man City are going to try and set up to be, you know, the standard possession-based type of team that they are. The ones to try and dominate the play. The ones to try and, you know, go on the ultra-offensive and try and catch you on the back foot. It's a possibility. So we need to, you know, apply our options correctly. How are we going to set up? Are we going to sit back a little bit more than usual? Are we going to try and take the game to them? You know, I feel like the one factor that we need to do is utilise the middle of the pitch as well as the flanks. We've been too heavily reliant on the flanks and crossing the ball into the box. Each game now we have like 30 to 40 flipping crosses each game. It's borderline ridiculous when you think about it. But when you look at Manchester United and Aston Villa and the way that they played, for example, you see the way that Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba boss things from the midfield. The same goes for Aston Villa with Grealish and McGinn. Being able to drive through, get in between the lines, have a bit of creativity, dribble, take the risk to drive through. We don't do that. We tend to come against a a wall and we think, okay, no, either go sideways, go to the flank, go backwards. Like, we're not going to try and plow through. And I feel like we need to. I feel like we need to, because if not, we will be figured out. You see the way that our fullbacks bomb forward and they go on the overlap and we leave ourselves exposed at the back. How many times has that happened? We can't do that against Manchester City. Because if we do that and the ball comes flying over the top and all of a sudden City on a counter-attack and they've got Sterling and Mahrez or whatever to try and catch us on the counter, and they've got all the space with all the speed that they have, we will look stupid. So, you know, we have to not be heavily reliant on the flanks, not be heavily reliant on our overlapping fullbacks, but come into the middle and utilise the creativity and utilise the players that we know can get the job done through the middle of the pitch. So I'm about to give you the lineup that I think Frank Lampard's going to go with, but I'm going to give you what I would do as well if it was up to me. So let's get into it. I would go with a 4-3-3. Edouard Mendy to start in goal, our number one without question. Maybe Donnarumma will be coming in, who knows? But anyway, for now, it's Edouard Mendy. Reece James is out, so Azpilicueta needs to be starting at right back. That's without question. Reece James would have been starting this one if he was fit, but he's got a hamstring issue, so Azpilicueta will 100% be playing 90 minutes. That is for sure. Ben Chilwell will be starting on the left-hand side. That is a dead cert as well. And to be fair, as bad as he played against Arsenal, he came against Aston Villa and done very well, as far as I'm concerned. Just as an individual performance, he done very well. So Ben Chilwell for me will be starting at left-back. Our two centre-backs, no Christensen, no none of this madness. None of that. We need to go back to Zuma and Thiago Silva. It's as simple as that. Our two main centre-backs, hopefully they've had enough time to rest and they will get the job done tomorrow against Manchester City and avert any threat that comes their way. Defensive midfielder, N'Golo Kante, of course, our best DM at the club right now, for sure, and probably the best in the league, if you were to argue that point, in terms of interceptions, tackles, and sweeping. N'Golo Kante is the man. So, Kante starts at DM. The two midfielders in front of him, I'm about to tell you what I would do, and then I'm going to tell you what I think Lampard's going to do. I would go with Kai Havertz on the right-hand side of N'Golo Kante. I feel like we need to trust him. It's as simple as that. He's had his break, right? He's had time to recover from illness. He's had time to get over the psychological issues that he might have faced when he did return and didn't find it very easy. I feel like we need to run with it now. We didn't just buy him to sit on the bench. He has the ability. He has the potential. We need to utilise him. He is here now at Chelsea. Let's use him. So I would put Kai Havertz on the right-hand side of N'Golo Kante. The fact he's left-footed as well is only going to help us for a midfielder to come in and utilise the middle spaces, which is why I am saying Kai Havertz. As well as his technicality and creativity, I feel like he has a very creative mind and the ability is there for him to supply to our forwards or go cross-diagonal to any wing. So I feel like Kai Havertz should be used. On the left-hand side of N'Golo Kante, I would go with Mateo Kovacic. Why? Because I feel like, much like Kai Havertz can do things in the middle, I feel like Kovacic is someone that takes risks, someone that can drive, someone that can dribble and get past men in the middle. So in order to create chances, he can apply a good pass, he can take a dig from distance. I feel like it would be the best combination against a Manchester City team that are going to have Kevin De Bruyne, Fernandinho, a very robust midfield. I feel like a Kai Havertz and Kovacic will have enough potential to get into the middle and utilise the spaces, get in between the lines and create movement in order to try and generate some action through the middle as well as utilise the wings if we have to. I think Frank Lampard won't do this though. I think Frank Lampard will go with Mason Mount on the left-hand side and Mateo Kovacic on the right-hand side. So I've told you my difference in terms of what I think what I would do and what I think Frank Lampard's going to do. With Mason Mount, I'm going to do a video on Mason Mount because he has his qualities. Don't get me wrong. He is a good midfielder. But I feel like he has limitations. And I feel like he's just, heavily relied on. The man hasn't, the boy, whatever you want to call him, flipping hell. I mean, he is quite young, but he hasn't had a break. He's played 90 minutes every game for I can't even remember the last time he got rested. Krasnodar? I mean, I can't remember. We're going to have to get the history books out for this one. For me, he can't just keep playing and playing and playing and playing and playing. No. I feel like we have other players to utilise, especially in a circumstance like this. But I think Lampard's going to go with Mount, as he always does. So that would be the difference between me and Lamps in this one. Now, our front three, left wing, Pulisic. Hands down, that's his role. He's there regardless. End of story. Right wing, I would go with Ziyech if he's ready and if he's fit and if he's available to start the game. I don't think Frank will do it, even if he is available to start the game. Even if he is fit to start the game, I don't think Lamps is going to do it. I think Lamps will start with Hudson-Odoi. And I'm not entirely against this one, because Hudson-Odoi has been our, well, you could say one of our best players the last couple of games. When he came on against Arsenal, the Aston Villa game, he played really well. So I'm not against that. But I'm just saying, I feel like Ziyech just gives us another dimension and more creativity, which we have been severely lacking. And yeah, that's why I'm just desperate for Ziyech to be on the pitch. But if it comes to it and Hudson-Odoi is the one that's chosen, which I think is going to happen, I just hope Lamps doesn't wait till minute 75 to bring Ziyech on and only give him 15 minutes against a Manchester City team that we know are dangerous. So we'll see what happens. But I think Lamps will go with Callum Hudson-Odoi. Up front, this is where I think me and Lamps will differ again. I would go with Timo Werner. I would, and I'll explain why. We bought Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, Ziyech in order for them to all play together. In order to create a system that's based around them and Christian Pulisic. Our idea when we bought these players was for Kai Havertz to be in midfield, Pulisic to be on the left, Ziyech to be on the right, Timo Werner to be up front. Well, now they're all available. Now they're all here. Well, let's do it and see what happens. We haven't even given it a proper opportunity yet. And Timo Werner, I want to give the opportunity up front as a centre forward. Some of you may say he's not a centre forward. He's a left forward. Look, I don't care. If we have midfielders that are providing through balls or that are going over the top and allowing Timo Werner to do what he does best, which is make runs in behind defenders and utilise an option for him to run onto, I think he will get goals. He will get goals. So we just need to have faith in him. We just need to have faith in him, and I feel like he will come good. However, I don't think Lampard will do this. I think Lampard will go with Olivier Giroud on the back of the fact that he has been scoring goals. And if Giroud does start tomorrow, I won't be against it. I will see it and I'll understand it completely. But if it were me, I would want to give the opportunity to Timo Werner, especially in a game against Manchester City where they will have their main goalkeeper out and possibly their centre-back John Stones out as well. You know, as well as the other players that are going to be missing, I feel like Timo Werner has an opportunity here to go up front and prove what he's worth. But again, if Lampard goes with Giroud, I will understand it. But so I think he will start with Olivier Giroud, and Timo Werner will most likely come off the bench just like Kai Havertz. And there we are. That's what I think Lampard is going to do, and that is what I would do. I've given you both teams and what I think should happen. So let me know in the comments what you would do. Let me know your 11. I would love to hear it. Now, if you're going to ask for a score prediction, I got to be honest. I got to be honest with this one. You guys know me by now. I like to be optimistic. I like to have the faith. But I'm a realist, and I'm honest, and I call a spade a spade. And I don't want to come on here and say we're going to lose, because if not, there'd be no point in uploading this video. Why even give a preview? We got to have the belief and the faith that we will get the job done, but I want to see changes. And I think Manchester City, regardless, are going to come with a very strong side. For that reason, my head is telling me we are going to draw 1-1. I think it'll be a 1-1 game. My heart is saying 2-1 Chelsea, of course. That's how it is. But I think it's going to finish 1-1. And we might be a little bit more cautious than usual, which might limit the chances we create. And Manchester City's best attribute so far this season has been their defence. So we might balance each other out. But we have to be wary. We have to be cautious at the fact that Manchester City are going to come with bombs. You know, they are going to come with firepower. And if we're not ready and we play like how we did against Arsenal and even against Aston Villa, we will get beat. We will get beat. So I hope the players know that. I hope Lampard knows that. And I hope he doesn't rely on the silly one-dimensional way that we have been playing for way too long. We need to use another avenue as well as the flanks and crossing into the box. If we do that, I feel like we will get something out of the game. Let me know what you think in the comments. I would love to hear it. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Make sure you are here for the watch along tomorrow for Chelsea versus Manchester City. You can watch the game along with me. And after the game, I will give you the match review as well. So I'll see all of you tomorrow. Come on, you Blues. Let's get the job done. I'll see you on the watch along. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care. And peace.